this video, I want to talk to you about how to choose a badminton racket. Virtually every day I receive emails from players or Facebook messages, WhatsApp messages, etc, saying, this is how I play the game, I like to attack, I like to do this, I like to do that, what's the best racket for me? Well, first of all, let's be clear, there is no such thing as the best racket in the world. There can be leading brands, but that doesn't mean to say they make the best racket for you. So how do you know what's going to work for you? Well, I think we also have to recognise that nobody can choose a racket for you. You are the only person who feels a racket in a certain way. It's as unique as your fingerprint. So I can watch you hit shuttles, and by the way you hit, I can see whether a racket suits you better than another, but I cannot second guess which racket you will choose. That ultimately is your decision. But I still get asked time and time again, well, how do I select a racket? Well, the only thing I can suggest is that you test as many rackets as you can. Possibly borrow a racket, just go on court for 1 minute. Don't try and play games with it, just play for 1 minute, hitting shuttles, get a feel for whether you like it from the rear court, whether your defend is quick enough, what's it like around the net. Just play shots, and that gives you ultimately some feedback, better than none. Once you've got that feedback, you are building a database that is going to help you choose the racket. Start taking notes. What type of racket is feeling good? Where's it helping your game? Is there any areas that it's not doing so well? And this is going to help you to select a racket that maybe you find helps you overhead, but also is just not too head heavy, that you can defend really quick with. So you just have to keep testing and asking lots of questions. You might find out, for instance, you like a head heavy racket, or you want a head light, or it's got to be stiff flex or medium flex. It's got to be a G5, a G4 grip. Has it got to be a 4U, or has it got to be a 3U in weight terms? Has it got to be one of the super light rackets because they're so quick and you can maneuver it and you can generate more power with it, and you're great in defence with it, and you're superb around the net with it. So as long as you start to get that database, you are starting to understand what kind of rackets you favour. Once you know that, you can make a short list of rackets, try and test as many of those as you can, and hopefully within that you find a racket that you really like. I said before, there's no such thing as the best racket in the world, and that's a true statement. But what you will find, if you find a racket that feels like an extension of your hand, that's the best racket for you right now. That might change in 6 months' time, especially if you're developing your skills, but at that moment in time, that's the best racket for you. So in essence, that's the best racket in the world, according to what you've tried. That's the best you're going to get. So test, have fun, take notes, start to understand what you like, what you don't like. That's ultimately going to help you find the right racket for you. Good luck.